This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody. So this is a question that I really kind of, gamers are very different. They're a very different breed of person, different type of person. I don't think all our gears go the same as a normal person in some ways sometimes. Just my thoughts, and I'm including myself even. Because I took a ride down to our storage center after the hurricane, and I took a look in there and I went, okay, I gotta come back here. And then I had gotten a bunch of stuff, and I filmed some videos with it, and I try to keep what's here kind of light here and use that storage center as a warehouse for me. And that's the scary part about it, is I just said the words warehouse. So, and I walked in there the other day. We went down there because I had to pull something out because I wanted to film a few things and work on a few things for the channel here, okay? And, I've never been a creature of fear of missing out. People like to write that, oh, you have the fear of missing out. No, I don't have the fear of missing out. I like something. It interests me. I want all the things of it because if I really like it, I want more, If I like something a lot, I really want to play more of it and maybe play it over and over again, or maybe if it's some kind of story-driven thing, I want everything for it because I want to get the full feel of the game. It's not a fear of missing out because there's plenty of times where I get things and I don't complete it because, the game was good, I was interested, but the base game is enough for me. I don't need all that extra stuff. Okay, that's not a fear of missing out syndrome of anyways. But when I was walking in there, nothing but complete fear went over my face. And I was overwhelmed because I think it's the first time since we moved that I realized how much stuff I have. And I was sitting there, because I also wanted to get my fishing poles out because I like to do some fishing this year. Again, I had a great time. And I sat there and I looked around and I go, can I ever play all of this? Can I even play half of this? And then I started thinking, I go, okay, well, I can get rid of some of this and raise some money for charities. And I agreed with that. But then when I really thought about it and I looked around, and I go, well, I don't want to get rid of that because that means something to me. And the question really comes down to is how many games are too many for someone to have in their collection? And it's a weird question because talking to gamers themselves, you become a collector as well as a gamer. And you like to have things that if you decide to get, there have been times I've given something away and then I brought it back into collection because I remember, something, that game was pretty good. I want to give it another go. There's one that you want to bang your head against the wall. And then other times, I just look around there and I go, I'm never going to get to all this. And yet a lot of times I don't want to give it up because there's a lot of things that I may have played once or twice or three times that mean something to me. But at what point do you go, well, too much. I have too much. And I'll never play all this. There's also the thing where, hey, this will eventually go out of print and might be worth some money. And you can, the kids one day can sell it all and maybe buy a car or a tractor or some more cows or something. Or you also have go through your head that, something. This game does a certain thing that I really want to keep in this collection. This game does a certain thing. These are all dungeon crawls, and I like all these. Which is my least favorite? Well, that one, but dang, I really like that one. I don't have to get rid of it. And And I just wonder how you guys deal with something like this. You know, when I look around this table, I mean, it is filled with projects I'm working on. I'm hoping I can get all these projects done in the next month because, again, I want to show you stuff. I want to showcase things. But it comes down to another thing, it comes out new. By the time I do it, you guys have moved on to something else by the time I get to a video. And I never worry about that kind of stuff. Again, that cult of the new thing, I've got, oh, this is the newest thing. I've got to get it to the table so you guys can see it, so I can get the views and the clicks and all those other good things that come with this type of, business, and I never worried about that, and nor will I ever. But I do feel that, if I'm excited about something, I will get it to the table quickly and go, all right, something, I know I can't wait to play this. I'm going to do everything in my power to get this so you guys can see it. Now, I'm never going to be one of those channels that gets sent a whole bunch of games early for people to look at, to showcase, so people can watch it here on that channel when there are 9,000 different channels out there that are constantly banging on people's doors saying, hey, can you get this to me? I will showcase it. I will do whatever it takes, and so forth and so on. And, everybody's fighting for views and things like that. At the end of the day, I really don't give a rat's ass, to be honest with you. I do this because, again, I've said it 1,000 times, there is a particular bunch of people that still look forward to watching this channel. And there are new people that keep on coming in and want somebody that is going to call it as they see it. You may not agree with me, okay, which is, I don't have a problem with it if you're nice about it and respectful, which most of the time I love the ones that start off with all due respect, but I could barely get it's not respect. It's just, if you don't like it, don't comment on it, go someplace else. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings, not gonna stop me, okay? Heck, I can stop doing all this and I could just do this stuff, without the camera going, and I'd be just fine. Concentrate on the farm, the grandkids, and everything else. I'd ride off in the sunset. It wouldn't hurt me one bit, and I don't think it'd hurt a lot of people too much, because there's always somebody out there to replace you, and or trying to replace you, or trying to take what's yours, and that's just life. Okay, I'm old in the tooth. Maybe I should back off on so many videos, because how can I miss you if you don't go away? I think in some sense of the word. I always think that in some way. But, for me, I like keeping all this stuff. This is something that I wish when I was a kid, like I kept a whole bunch, I always kept my comic books. The storage center, I have a storage center just full of comic books. Is that a fear of missing out thing? No, I read a lot of comic books. Always have. It's a passion and a hobby. Are they worth something? They sure are. Will they be worth something in the future? Who knows? Who knows with how the market goes? And it's the same thing with games. Do I like collecting and do I like playing? I like both. Okay, I enjoy collecting stuff and having one of this and one of that, and just knowing it's there, that anytime I want to pull it out and share something with you, I can. I have a library that I can pick and I can share with you, and that's my feeling. Now, how do you guys deal with it? A lot of you don't have channels. A lot of you just have friends that maybe come over on a Friday, twice a month or something like that. Do you hold on to things? Do you get rid of things? Does it hurt to actually let things go? Do you have the room for it? Are you willing to sacrifice? Does your wives want to kill you at the end of the day because you have so much? Or do they turn their head because they know how hard you work to take care of the family and everything like that? And you got to have your guilty pleasures and things that kind of keep you motivated and keep you going on in life. Do all these things come into play? So what I ask is I've told you my story right now, but I really would like to hear from you. how many games do you really feel are too many, or how many, is there never enough games, or do you have something in your head that you go, I'm going to keep it to this number? I'd like to know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on some of the things I said and some of the things that you think on this subject. We always do these kind of things to kind of provoke a conversation, and these are things that I really, really enjoy. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everyone.